Today on AskBloop, did animated films get less original? Welcome to AskBloop, more here from BloopAnimation.com. It's Friday and it's time for your questions. What do you like more, 2D or 3D animation? I honestly don't care what type of animation it is as long as the story is good and the artistic style isn't too distracting. I mean, I loved The Life and Times of Tim when it came out, and that was the ugliest 2D animation I've ever seen. But it was really funny and had great writing, so I watched it. Then it got not that funny anymore and I stopped watching it. On the other hand, you have the most gorgeous looking, realistically generated 3D movie that will bore me to death. It's all about the story. I've recently graduated from an animation school. What advice do you have to get a job in the industry? I've talked about this before. The best advice I have for newly graduated animators is to just sit down and work on different shots for your demo reel. Apply for jobs for about 1 to 2 hours a day, no more, and then spend 7 to 9 hours working on animating. If you get hired as a freelancer, keep working on that reel on evenings and weekends. After a while, you will have a strong enough body of work that you won't have to keep adding to it on your spare time, and your reel will consist of real-world work. Do that with full power and you will get hired. Do I need a degree to get a work visa for the US? All things visa related, I would check with the lawyer and do a lot of research online. Since it's so different for each profession, each country, each person, there is a work visa, student visa, OPTs, artist visa. It's not so much about having a degree, but about many different things that are too specific to give a general answer. I picked this question even though I don't have an actual answer, just because I went through many different visa processes and I know how frustrating it could be. So my advice is to try not to get too overwhelmed and just get as much information as possible, and if possible, a good lawyer. Has originality in animated film gone down in your opinion? That's a very good question, and my answer would have to be no. I mean, if you look back at what kind of animated movies used to dominate, it would be mostly Disney, which are all kind of similar and are all based on known fairy tales. That is unoriginal as you can get. Now, I'm not saying they were bad films, they were great, but original? Not really. Compared to today, we have movies like Inside Out, or Up, or Sausage Party, or Paranormal. I mean, there is much more variety and originality today than ever before. That is all the questions for today. If you have one, post it in the comment section below. And if you want to stay updated on animation news, new tutorials, or see if your question was answered, click the subscribe button, which I think now is a circle somewhere. Somewhere here or here. All right. See you next week.